this is the window switch from my 93 RX-7, and the passenger side will not go up or down. The driver side, however, works. Passenger switch on the passenger door does work. So we're going to go about testing this guy. So the main thing you need to know is on the back here, this lead up on the top corner here is your common lead, and then the top two here and bottom two here, right down here, are the ones that actually contact as you flip the switch. So we'll test the driver's side out first to see what we should be getting. Alright, so we're going to attach this jumper to our common lead, and that goes to one of the leads on my multimeter, and then we're going to use the other lead to test as we use the button. So we're going to go with the red and white line first, and we're going to push the button we get a short, so that one's toggling fine. And then for window down on the green and white, we got a short there as well. So now over to the passenger side switch, which is a faulty one. This is window up on the green and black, and there's nothing. Window down on the red and black, and there's nothing. So the issue is within the switch itself, and we're going to take it apart and see what it is. So to take this guy apart, there is two big screws that hold the leaf springs in, and then there's four small ones here that hold the PCB in. So I'll go ahead and take those off. So the first thing to check is the arms inside the cover here. Let's see if I can get it to focus on them. They're just basically little standoffs. You don't want any of those to be loose or broken. So everything checks out good in this guy. So we'll go over to here. And this is the actual contactor for the switch itself. It basically toggles these wipers on the side back and forth, and they make contact to the actual pin. So these come off if you're very delicate. There's these 4 clips here, kind of tucked underneath there. So if you pry the 2 up here and the 2 on the bottom, this will come apart and we'll see what's behind it. Alright, so we found the problem here. So inside the actual switch itself, you can see the inner contacts, and they're basically black. That should be all brass, so those have to be cleaned out. These are the contactors that actually connect to it, and they're black as well. If I flip it over, you can see what it's supposed to look like. Nice and shiny. So, focus. So, anyways, these balls sit in this little holster here, and that's what swipes across these little rockers and creates the dual contact, so reverse or up and down. So I'm going to clean these with just a Q-tip and some alcohol, and I'll probably do the driver's side as well since I'm in here, and maybe also the lockout switch. And then once that's all done, I'll put it back together and we'll test it again. When you're taking these off, they tend to blow up, so just keep some pressure on it and kind of let it out gently so you don't lose anything. And I'll be back. So the lockout switch is pretty much pristine, as you can see. That's what the other contact should look like. So we'll just put it back together and test it out, hope for the best. Alright, moment of truth. We'll start with the driver's side, make sure it still works. So we got our jumper on the common, and test it on here. Okay, so down works, up should work. We'll rotate to the passenger side, which was the side that was originally not working. So we'll start with down. Still no worky. Interesting. So I think I'm gonna crack into it again here and see if I can find anything more. Alright, that previous test may have been user error. I think the lead popped off. So again, passenger side going down. Perfect. Passenger side going up. Awesome. So the next thing is we'll go take a trip over to the car and let's see if that window works. I got it in loose, obviously, so if I gotta take it out again, it's easy. So there's our window, and make sure your switch is not on. It's kind of misleading because on you think would mean it's enabled, but really on means it's not locked out, because this won't do anything if that is set to off. So let's look over here, and here we go. Beauty. And up. Oof, slow, but that's 20-year-old RX-7s for you. So hopefully this helps someone out. I remember doing this like 10 years ago on this guy. The switches are similar, but actually a little bit easier to work on for these guys. And that one's been working ever since. So yeah, before you buy a new switch, give this a try and hopefully it fix your problem. Anyways, on to the next issue, because there will be more.